the world.
Around the world.
You're listening to the Gloucestercast Podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
Good morning, Gloucester. We are here with Zach Sears for our first installment of Chef Talk. Talk about Cape Ann Eats, talk about the restaurant business, talking about Gloucester, and with Zach, my buddy Zach Sears. I have a bunch of questions. This isn't just going to be about Minglewood Harborside. It's going to be like the state of food in Gloucester.
Cool.
So a little bit about yourself. You're general manager at Minglewood Harborside. Yep. You've been there for how long?
17 years. Or like 150 or whatever.
And it's 150. Everybody loves Zach. It's natural that I started a series with him with good friends outside of the sports fan.
Big time.
Which I love about Minglewood because always have the game up above and great pub.
To do something, but
oh god, no, there was no chance that we were going to get Soto in it. We're not going to go down there.
Yeah.
But we wanted to talk about your personal. What got you into the food business?
Well, I started in the kitchen when I was 13 as a dishwasher working for my uncle. It was at Sandy Bay Motor Inn, which is now the Rockport Inn in Rockport, and I kind of got thrown in there and really liked the rush. Really liked making people happy with food, and quickly moved up the line and decided that's the career choice I was going to steer into. I went to culinary art school for a couple of years and got my degree, and then I jumped in at Blue Marlin. I was there for
You were at Blue Marlin
for years. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you had to be young when you were at Blue Marlin.
Yeah, I was 18. Yeah, I was 18. I went to Blue Marlin. Yeah.
Do you credit that with learning a lot there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They do everything the right way for sure, 100%.
If you ask a lot of people in town what their favorite restaurant on Cape Ann is, I'd say 20% of the people would say Blue Marlin.
It's the most thing that I learned from Corey, the owner, and Jay, the chef at the time. Consistency. Every day, the owner would walk by, and first thing he'd do is check the soups. Zach is too thick. Zach is too thin. All over us. And when that prepared me for the next day, I was going to say this is too thick, so let's thin it out. I was prepared for it. So at a very young age, from that point on, I took that with me every.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. And So we're gonna be all over the map.
Okay.
So
I love organized chaos.
Like organized chaos. Like in the food, not just at restaurants, but like, on the cooking channels, it always seems to be a different protein that no one really used 2 years ago. And all of a sudden, like flank steak a couple of years ago, it was booze like tequila, it was bourbon, then tequila, then, gin, everybody takes its turn. Mm-hmm. What protein would you say right now is a hot protein that everybody is kind of using that a couple of years ago no one really thought about?
I would say, this is something that people have been using for a little. Once we put the short rib dish on at Minglewood, it's like we haven't been able to take it off, whether it's 90 degrees in July or 30 degrees in front of the fireplace in January at Minglewood. It doesn't really matter.
I had short ribs in my head.
Yeah, that was definitely
you take a tough cut. It has a lot of fat, but it's hard fat.
Yeah.
Cook it for a long time. Braise, you sear it off.
Yep.
You cook it, and that fat just kind of melts.
Yeah.
Flavor, tender.
So good.
Like comforting. It's one of those dishes. How do you serve that? Over mashed potatoes?
In the wintertime, we have it with mashed potatoes, roasted root vegetables, and a just natural pan jus. In the summertime, we switch it up a little bit. We do like a hoisin broth. Ooh. With scallions and rice and pickled vegetables. It's a little on the spicier side. We put some Fresno chilies in that pickled veg too, so you get like a salty, sweet, but also a spicy kick to it.
What's your favorite dish at Minglewood?
Lo mein, without a question. And no one realized this, but I think we have the best low minute maybe.
Daughter always brings it home.
Yeah, she does. That's right. And then back to work.
She's mad at me.
She's mad at you. For so
right.
we gotta do double the portion for Eloise so she can bring some home to you.
I'm picking her.
She's working Saturday.
Is she really?
Yeah.
I'm picking tomorrow night after men's night, so I can't.
Nice.
I can't get loaded. I have to behave myself. Unfortunate. What's a dish that that people may not know about, but they really ought to try? By the way, I was there Monday night. We've been going Monday nights.
Yeah.
Buy one, get sushi on Monday nights. But I in my head, I'm like, I have to go outside of my comfort zone and try something else. The orange chicken was out of this world.
Yeah, the orange chicken's a little bit of a spice to it. So if you're afraid of spice, tell the server. We can scale it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably top 3 or 4 most popular dish on the menu, and that is one that hasn't changed in like 4 years. We have never changed it.
Really?
Yeah, we just keep it on.
First time I tried.
Yeah, it's been on for a little while now. People love that. For oddly enough, for appetizer, and I wouldn't eat these ever, but for some reason we sell like a bazillion fried pickles. I don't know why. I wouldn't.
Is it a trendy thing, you think?
I don't know if it's trendy, but it just seems like fried pickles has been like this big thing for us in the last year. We go through so many pickles, it's disgusting, honestly. But people love it. I don't know if it's the ranch or what that goes with it.
Saltiness.
It
goes
crisp,
with the
your
beer.
It goes good with a beer, but that was a weird one for sure.
They think they're eating a vegetable, but it's fried.
Yeah,
salt.
It's green. It's got to be good for you. It's green.
It's green.
Yeah.
What type of restaurant do you think Gloucester is missing? What would you like to see come to Gloucester?
Wow, there's so many great restaurants in Gloucester. It's hard to say what we're missing. I mean, for me personally, I'm a sports guy, so maybe something more on the sporty side. But I love the array of restaurants that we have in Gloucester as is now. But probably more sporty.
Sports pub.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here's a question. This is the most out of all the questions I'm going to ask. The most to me, this is the biggest thing. Yeah. This is my biggest part. How do you impress upon your bar staff the importance of being social with your patrons, and on a scale from 1 to how important do you think it is that a tender be friendly?
Oh, friendliness is like number one, like the most important. Attentive. People come out, they want to do things in a timely fashion, and being attentive is like the number one thing, and polite.
Yeah,
those are definitely the top 2 for sure.
What would you say to a server that says it's not my job to be friendly, it's just my job to be efficient?
It would never happen. it would never happen. I wouldn't work there.
It'd be like, okay, these are the shifts you're gonna have.
Yeah, there's a reason why everyone at Mingle has been around for like 8 to like literally 15 years. Like Jamie Hosker has been with me for 15 years. My wife has been there, had there for 15 years. Kelsey and Ryan are at 12 each. It's like everyone's like 8 and up.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for it, because the ones that have that kind of attitude don't last very long.
Molly's
awesome.
I always got to give a shout out to Molly. She was here the other night.
Yeah.
Love Molly.
She's killed. She's done. She's bartending now, serving.
Yeah,
she's
that's
doing
what I saw.
everything.
Yeah. So it is one of the reasons why we absolutely love going to Minglewood. Is we always the places that we tend to go to over and over, because we're bar people. Even though my wife hasn't had a drink for over a year now, we're still bar people. Because we like the interaction, especially with the servers. And we have some good town that get that. Mm-hmm. The ones that don't get that are never going to get my business. They're just not going to get my business. It's as much about the social thing for us as it is about the food.
I hire people. My staff genuinely loves the people that come. Love being social. They love this. It's work, but it's not really. I know it sounds stupid to say, but it's work, but it's not work.
Yeah.
Like we look forward to. It's like when Steve Palazzola isn't on time on Thursday, I text him and say, "Steve, where are you at? How come you're not here yet?" And he's either finding parking because parking sucks, or maybe he took the night out. But usually we know like this time is this person coming, and you can apply that same thing to 35 different people.
Yeah.
For sure.
So Kate always mentions how you are one of the best ambassadors in town, sharing the love of other restaurants. Mm-hmm. You're not just there's like some people own restaurants, and like they would be horrified to social media and give another restaurant some praise. You are one of the most generous people with praise and touting, and a believer in a rising tide lifts all boats. Mm-hmm. In that vein, what dishes in other restaurants? Give me three dishes in other restaurants that you say people should try.
Okay. Tono bolognese would probably be in the top three for sure. I don't know if it's the fresh pasta, the fresh ingredients. I don't know, but it just elevates it, I think, because of the freshness of the pasta. Um, I literally just had it. I was working the other night and I ordered takeout while I was at the restaurant that I work at because I love this place so much. I went and got a burger from Oak to Ember, and it's just I think Oak to Ember does everything the right way. I think they're phenomenal. I wish I didn't work so much so I could go there more, but I frequently get takeout from them and eat it in my office while I'm at work.
Yeah.
But definitely the burger at Oak to Ember. Oddly enough, I have not tried their smash burger yet though.
I'm gonna say something right now that I don't know. Like Neil changed his bun. I gotta have a conversation with him.
They're making it fresh, aren't they?
Yeah, we gotta talk about it. It's not the same. It's a little drier. I gotta talk to. And I never say bad things because I'm at Oak to Ember more than in town by a mile.
He kills it.
Love the bartenders, love the food, but the bun on the burger, we got to do something about that bun. He's changed it up, and we got to get back to the old one. Billy Silvestri, whoa, power food hero power couple right here. Billy Silvestri, Ride the Unicorn, part of the North Shore Beef Gang. He's been doing some tremendous reviews lately.
Yeah,
but my wife pulled one up the other day, put it in front of me, says you have to listen to this. He called out the Karens.
Yeah,
I think he was talking about Kings right now, by the way. Killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it. We got a legit roast beef place in town. They are doing wonderful things there.
I don't want to forget about chicken parm sandwich at Bravo.
Chicken parm sandwich. I gotta get that.
Phenomenal.
Oh, I have not.
Oh my God. That might be like my number one sandwich in town.
Let's go. All right. I gotta get that one. All right. Going anywhere, but if you could start any kind of restaurant as a second passion project right now, how would you describe it?
Wow. Simple. I mean, what I know is what I know. So I'm thinking definitely sports bar, pub, lots of live music, and just feel like the town kind of closes up. It's cold. We need something to get people the blood pumping, get people out and about. So something that's going to be attractive to all ages.
There you go. All right. What are some ways you plan to keep your restaurant busy in the off season?
So fall. So we do the buy one get one half off sushi. That does really well. We do trivia in the off season. That does really well. The wing night is the best night on Wednesday. We crush wing night. That's definitely the night to be. Thursday we're still doing the burger. Actually, pretty much your idea, and that's been killing it. So we're continuing, and then we're still doing live music. A lot of people don't realize every Monday from 6 to 8. It's Ryan Flynn. He's amazing. He's there every Monday. On Wednesday we have Alex Anthony, and Alex Anthony is the guy that everyone's like, "Who is that guy? That was amazing." That he plays every Wednesday to his weekends from time to time. That we wrote a bunch of people. Mike Forget's there on a week. June the Hutch, Russ Six, all these awesome people. So if you follow us on Instagram, you can see all that. And then we have full bands on Friday and Saturday. So we have quite a bit of live entertainment year round. We drop the Sunday and the Tuesday in the wintertime, but we keep it going the rest of the time.
Monday and Tuesday, and a lot of places are closed. You're still open. You're gonna stay open 7 days a week?
Yeah, we'll never close a day. We'll always be open. We definitely keep an eye on our hours of operation online because I've kind of been fine tuning it over the years. I mean, we went from the and then we went through COVID, and then we went through different things. And then last year was the first full year we're like, okay, this makes sense on this day, and this makes sense to open that. So eye out because it seems a little inconsistent because we've been changing a lot the last few years. But the last year and this year we're scheduled the same. So it'll always be 7 nights a week, and we'll always have lunch Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I have a question here that probably doesn't apply to you as much as it does to some other places, because I know your staff loves you and you don't have generally a tough time But how hard is it to staff a restaurant today compared to 2 years ago?
From what I hear from other places and stuff, it's getting easier now. But the last few years have been really difficult. I'm blessed and fortunate to have awesome people that have been with me for a million years, so I haven't had that problem. But there are, there's key jobs that I have a hard time filling. Assistant managers are really hard to come by. So I would say, staffing is better, but it's been difficult.
Yeah, there you go. What could the city of Gloucester do to help your business?
Parking, without a doubt, parking.
Parking. It
Yep.
would be nice to have a multi-level park.
That would be awesome.
Salem did it, and Salem put in, I think, 3 parking garages, like, I don't know if it was like 10 years ago or something, and overnight, like it was like 50 new businesses.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And I have 6 parking spots, so I which is better than a lot of people have.
Yeah.
But I would tell you the first thing that people say when they walk in the building, if they're not from Danvers or whether they drove down from New Hampshire, the first impression when they walk in is, and it's like from there, it's like, okay, now we need to rebuild this person's experience. They didn't even sat down yet.
Wow.
It's instantly they're like, where do we park? And it's going to deter people in the colder months, or like today, for example.
They can't walk that
Yeah,
far.
no one's going to come to Gloucester probably to walk down the street and go to Minglewood when there's a rainstorm and freezing it.
What food items cost has gotten so crazy that it just doesn't make sense to use them anymore?
Wings have jumped up quite a bit, but we're still heading strong on the 50-cent wing night on Wednesday. Those have jumped quite a bit.
It's like a loss leader.
Yeah.
So I know wings at the grocery store are banana. It's crazy. It's like that's like I could get a full dinner for the rest of these wings.
Yeah, that was our concern about going back to 50-cent wings night last year when we did. Gonna keep it going. We're gonna head strong on it. But that one's definitely a bit of difficult.
Buy a beer. Don't be cheap. If you go there and you get a dozen wings and it costs you $6, get a fucking beer.
Yeah, get a beer.
Don't be that guy. I mean, even if it's a non-alcoholic beer, Kate will get a non-alcoholic beer. So there's that. What is your favorite style of pizza?
Ooh, that's a tough one because as much as I am obsessed with Maria's or Destino's, where it's thin.
Destino's.
I'm sorry, Delaney's. Sorry, Delaney's.
Yep.
I also love Sebastian's, which is the complete opposite of that. I tend to like a sweeter sauce, which I know is like shame on me, but I do. Yeah. So I would say I would go more towards the thicker.
Yeah. So you go like more of a thicker style pizza. If you listen, there's never going to be a time where you only have one slice type of pizza. I just didn't know if there was one that stuck. It is like there is certain times a Sebastian pizza hits, right?
Yeah.
And certain times a Rhea or a Bravo hits. Completely different style.
Yeah.
Completely. And both tremendous in their own rights.
Yeah.
Right. Sebastian's, especially we order that well done and they do it.
I like hot sauce too. So I like a thicker crust too, so I can mop it up with some habanero honey or something like that.
Ooh. What you have some at the house?
An array of hot sauces. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. So what is your pizza order though? Pizza order.
Honestly, pepperoni. Just go straight pepperoni.
That's me too.
Yeah.
Like when I judge pizzas, because I'm on that One Bite app.
Yeah.
And I'll like usually in the winter I'll rate pizzas. I think I have like 30 or 40 pizza reviews. My order is always a pepperoni.
Yeah, I love a Maria's.
Well done,
Maria's pepperoni. I love
it. What can we expect in the future?
At Minglewood, well, we're gonna get through this winter, which is always kind of like for a couple months, and then we're gonna all kinds of plans for Fiesta. We've got plans to expand get up the deck a little bit, more plants, more life up, a little bit of a facelift coming our way for that.
Do you look forward to the winter for a little bit of a less chaos?
No.
You don't?
No, I hate the winter.
Would you rather it be super slammed and the night go by faster because you're busy?
I want to go 120 miles an hour 24/7. I do not like it being slow. Where we're at right now is we've got holiday party craziness for December. So my mind's moving for that. But January is the hardest month for me because I go crazy. And then by the end of January, I start planting seed to the staff and say, hey, send me what you want for your summer schedule before I bring on the new people. And I start building up summer about the end of January, beginning of February.
Wow.
And then, but that will keep me going because February is kind of a slow one too.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's like, we're ready to go. And that's what happens. That's how you become successful in the summertime, is by planning all out in January and February what you're going to do.
It's tough for the seasonal restaurants, generally come around and they poach the staffs and, they have to go through. I couldn't imagine having a seasonal restaurant and every year wondering who I'm going to put in that kitchen, who's going to be the main guy.
Yeah. I mean, once it turns on, it's like,
yeah, go time.
Yeah.
Go time.
And what you can pull off in April and May and September and October can make it for your whole year, because you're going to be slammed June, July, and August. So how you prepare for those months, or if you have too much staff, then it hurts you if you don't have enough staff.
Be great if you had like some system where it goes to Naples or Florida for the winter, you knew they were coming back in the spring, because it's really offset each other, and then they could be busy the whole time, and you wouldn't have to have that stress. Well, Zach, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
It's always my first guest for the restaurant talk, because Zach's my guy. So we look forward. We'll probably have Neil from Oak to Ember. We'll probably have Anthony Caterano. We'll probably have Nick over at Bravo. Tell us who you would like to hear from in an interview like this, and we'll try to get them on. Winter's coming, so I got to get up. By the way, Tobin, Dominic, I know we're going to try to get over there in the igloos, and I promise we'll be there within 2 weeks. So you got that promise from me. Everybody have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you now. See, I keep thinking that this is a touch screen, but it isn't. And